This program is different in the way that it is entirely non-traditional. And so what it is aiming to do, it is aiming to equip the individuals to be able to use the capabilities of risk management as a very specific set of tools, of skills, of understanding the importance of having the capacity to be able to manage risk as part of the job that you're responsible for. But not only that, to have a capability, the third thing is you have to be willing to take action. And so this program really encompasses risk management as a full capability, not just a function. And that's really a very important distinction, because a function it's a job, right? But a capability is the execution of that job, defined as having the skill, the capacity, and the willingness to take action where necessary. And so when they complete this program, the students are all going to be able to clearly understand what it means to manage risk, the conditions, the barriers, the gaps, the criteria to be successful in your environment. Basically, we're at a time of great uncertainty. The past 4 or 5 years have created new circumstances for an awful lot of business. Not only uncertainty, but sustainability has become a big factor. Regulations are also a big factor. And no matter what the size of the company is, being able to be proactive, being able to see how conditions are shifting, and a lot of the gaps that exist in organizations' management capabilities these days are really creating a lot of awareness for managers, for executive levels, but also for all the operating levels of an organization to be able to see what's emerging and how to deal with it. This particular program is really designed for people who aspire to be in managerial positions or be in a director role. And so what this program is going to be able to do is not just teach what the process of risk management is all about, but also all the underlying frameworks that lay the foundation for them to be able to go forward. The principles that have embedded risk management as a solid practice going forward to be able to deal with uncertainty. The biggest thing at the end of this program that all the participants are going to be able to understand is really, how do you integrate it? There's a lot of talk about how risk management is integrated, but when I've gone in and looked at a lot of these environments, they're really not. It's operating in silos. And so the objective is to get to the point where they can truly integrate the ability to manage risk into the day-to-day activities that happen in a company. One of the things that has surfaced over the years that is an important function as part of risk management is the ability to identify patterns. Not trends, trends are different, but to be able to identify patterns and be able to use that identification with the various tools that they're going to acquire during the taking of this program. They're going to learn a methodology, and again, a lot of that is built on patterns, what happens in their environment, whether it's external to the organization or internal to the organization. And so they're going to have the opportunity through the use of complex case studies to apply what they have learned in situations that they are more than likely going to face in their own environments. Because of the complexity of most businesses today, being able to choose the right case studies is what becomes most important here, so that they apply what they learned, the tools, the methodology, as well as the use of patterns. So there's the benefit to the self, and then there's the benefit to the career, which is that other part of the self, and it's something that benefits companies. From the self, it's really about being able to make better decisions, what you're going to base your decisions on. The self also becomes much more proactive because you start to recognize what is emerging. And so you start looking for indicators as opposed to causes. So you're looking for indicators and having to be able to read what goes into what is an indicator. Also, because compliance is a choice. So in a lot of organizations, they just assume everybody will comply. But the ability to be compliant really becomes a function of choice. And that is how we as an individual see the value of compliance to an organization. From a career perspective, somebody who has training in risk management or has credentials or even a professional designation in risk management becomes a much more desirable employee. They're being recognized for having very specific skills in risk management. Also, it will give them the confidence to be able to move into senior roles, into leadership roles in an organization, as over time they will no doubt refine their risk management skills and capabilities, all to say that it really gives them a competitive advantage in a professional workplace.